We're checking on the microphone.
Well, we certainly were.
All right,
and
all
then
set.
You did that.
Listen, I loosen up. My boxers are all bunched up in my asshole.
Yeah, that always happens like mid-episode.
God,
Man, I need to
hate
reset my clothing.
I feel uncomfortable, like I've been interrogated for too long all of a sudden.
See, if you do it during the interrogation, they're going to be like, he's guilty.
Yeah.
Look at his body language.
Man, I can't itch my balls now.
That's when
They're looking at me.
they paused the video and it's like, as you can tell from the way he rearranges his ball sack, it shows his guilt.
Balls rearrange.
His scrot.
How his balls were crossed like a woman's legs.
Much like the one he murdered on that fateful night. His ball sack.
Ball sack with a mean crossover. Oh man.
March Madness. No, that's some transfer student.
Yeah, who's been itching for a title.
Hey.
Come on.
We ain't even hit record yet.
No, man. Oh, good.
Oh.
That's how we're going to start. For
Oh,
sure.
this is the
come
episode
on,
now? Oh, shit. The episode
on,
now? Oh, shit.
That was the funniest thing we've ever
Hi.
done on this podcast.
What's up?
You're all set.
Just the perfect amount of racist for you guys.
What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Midtown Malfunction. My name's Carson Taylor.
I'm Ryan D. Adams.
And we have a new permanent guest to the podcast. Not a guest. He is our producer now. Y'all give it up, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause. Get it started. Philip Knott, everybody.
Producer Phil.
Party P in the house.
How's it going,
The
ladies
man
and
of many
gentlemen?
names. And as always, this podcast is sponsored by Goose Booty Water.
It what?
Goose Booty Water. I just
All
made it
right.
up.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, they told me about all of this, but they didn't tell me about Goose Booty Water.
Rehydrate
Bruh.
yourself on a hot Mobile Sunday afternoon.
I'm
with
trying
a-
my best not to walk into, like, any crazy contract situations like this.
Oh, it's all free, baby. It's that free Goose Booty Water.
Hey, Dave, it's all free, baby. Goose Booty, baby. You already know.
Goose Booty Water. We're making an ad for that now. Just made up. I'm gonna create something on Canva.
Is it like that? What is it? Al Pacino, the character from Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, like,
His booty sweat.
oh, fuck.
Oh, I forgot about Booty Sweat. Damn it. It's different. This is different. This is Goose Booty.
Yeah.
That was kind of like an energy drink.
Yeah, this is just water.
Yeah, I think this is something that's never been.
Yeah, there's like there's
Goose
Liquid
Booty
Death
water.
and then there's Goose Booty. And like Liquid Death, yeah, it's good. But see, that's the thing. It's like they've owned the market now for the past couple of years to the point that like everyone's so used to that dark and that. So the Goose Booty's fun. That's like a disco.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and withdraw my support for this because I can't continue to perpetuate the marketing of water like this. Like,
I hate canned water.
What
No,
have we done, y'all?
Goose
Like,
Booty's
what?
Goose Booty's not in a can. I don't know what it's in yet, but it's not in a can because I hate canned water.
What is it? Water though?
I think it's well. What do you think? Goose Booty should be juice.
Yeah, like
Goose Booty juice.
Goose Booty juice.
Goose Booty juice.
Question:
There it is. Goose Booty juice.
what's worse, Water in a can or water in a carton? I feel like I've seen water in a carton before.
I've never seen water
in
a
a carton.
Who does that?
Water in a carton communicates need for me. It feels like if you're getting water in a carton, it was like delivered via helicopter into like a disaster area. Or some
you find
shit.
that in a town where you realize it's like, I'm in Minecraft. Like this town was built like by a computer.
It's like a halfway between airdrop and also school snack.
Yeah,
where you're getting like OJ or apple juice and like a tiny little.
Yeah, the cartons that were like impossible to open with my.
I get that.
Yeah, but like I'm trying to think, like, to me it's like, because I get what you're saying, it's like carton water to me is it's like one or two, it's two different sides of like the
spectrum
of the income spectrum.
Yeah,
where it's like you're either in Afghanistan or you're in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, like you're getting
your $29 boxed water.
Yeah, the carton is like plain white with just like one like black word on it, and like this is the water we drink. Like we buy 37 cartons of this, and we put it in our.
It says goose booty juice.
Yeah.
Some examples. There's one called Just Water.
Oh, exactly.
Of course there is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's right on the money.
This one is called Boxed Water is Better. I think that's the name. It sounds like it's just.
It sounds like they tricked you into an ad read. Is what happened.
These people are just doing.
Oh no!
Fuck that. We don't support any of those bastards.
We burn boxes of water.
Fuck all that. I live on Earth. How about that?
Yeah.
Like I'm a child of God. He told me I could have water.
If I want to drink box water, I'll go find a cardboard box out in the rain.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
Thirsty.
I know how to turn my piss into water. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. I'll drink porcelain water before I drink box water.
I said that way too confidently for that to be like, that's not true.
Yeah, that's like, obviously.
It's been a very long time since that lesson in Boy Scouts happened. But hey, so I wanted to talk about something specifically. So we're comedians.
Yeah.
We travel. I got to remember to stop turning away from the mic. But we travel and do comedy, and sometimes we do some pretty amazing things. Like we'll pack out a theater or something, or like just be in front of like so many people, like loved ones, like townspeople, and like all this kind of shit. But sometimes you're in a place that is unfamiliar in front of very few people.
Yep.
For a long time. And that's what we did.
It's like being at a girlfriend's house for a birthday party.
Mm-hmm. And you didn't get to bring any of your bros.
Nope.
It's just you and her world. Dude, I think it made for a fun show for me personally. I had fun. But how was it for you?
I had fun too. Like it ended up being. Well, I was trying to be optimistic about the whole experience because when we showed up and I found out there was only 4 tickets sold for the show, I was like, oh, well, that's not good. And then there ended up being about 7 people there, which is almost 100% better than 4.
Okay.
So
very true.
I was like, and then I also like I learned a rule early in comedy from a comedian, Austin Mann, that used to run comedy in Tallahassee, that if there's only, said he specifically used the number 7 too, I believe, in this when he told me this, but he's like, if there's only 7 people there, you don't act like, oh, sorry you came to the shitty show. You fucking be like, y'all are the luckiest motherfuckers in Jackson, Mississippi, because y'all came to this show and everybody else is about to miss out.
This show is like a collector's item.
Now,
only 6 of y'all collected it.
I'll say this. You can only ride that wave for about 12 minutes before it is still a show in front of 7 people, and we're all very aware of that.
Yeah, but by 12 minutes, I've won them over.
Yeah, exactly.
They like me.
So, not a comedian, but is that like a good time to really push your crowd work or just try
You have no choice.
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck else you're doing.
I like, dude, because you go up there and you try to do bits for like 3 minutes, and like you and them both have the feeling of like, yeah, why am I doing this? How's your day?
No, like I would start my bits and just like bail out of them halfway through, like because I was watching the recording I got back of the set, and I was like, I think maybe you finished 2 of your bits. like start to finish the way you planned them, the rest of them would start and just devolve into some shit that we were talking about with the audience. And it was fun, but don't go there thinking like trying to force like I'm getting to the end of this bit. Like, bitch, no, you're not. Like you're going wherever the wind takes you at that point.
Yeah, we were at Howlin' Mouse in Jackson, Mississippi, which Jackson looked cool. And it was my first time ever being in Jackson, Mississippi, and Howlin' Mouse was a sweet venue, and we were there either the day after or the day before Soulja Boy and Lil Xan. So that's also cool to be one room. Of course, they were in the big room. We were in what they call the red room, and the red room's still pretty big, which is very unfortunate when only 7 people are in it. But it was still
Lil
fun.
Xan still. Is this the white guy?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's on tour with Soulja Boy right now, and they're playing Howlin' Mouse in Jackson. They already have, I think.
Does he still heavily indulge in Xanax?
I'm sure. One of two ways. Look at this. Either his career is where it is now because of Xanax, or his career is where it is now because he quit doing Xanax.
It feels to me that
I don't know what he is.
He would not be around anymore, I think.
If he didn't quit.
If he was still as heavy into it as he would have been to name himself Lil Xan.
Yeah.
I want to say things have changed since then.
You get what I'm saying? I'm like, is he supposed to be bigger, or is he really holding on for dear life and it's a good thing he's sober?
Well, he's opening for Soulja Boy.
Well, can you quit that life if your name is Lil Xan? That's pretty. Is that?
Hey, man, Lil Bow Wow dropped the Lil.
Think about this, though. Because opening for Soulja Boy is...
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about like Lil Xan, like I don't know, but like the equivalent in comedy of opening up for Soulja Boy is like if you were like, I mean, Soulja Boy was huge.
Isn't he not really known for his?
If you were opening for Dane Cook,
yeah, because I guess he was only because he can still do a bigger room than Howlin' Mouse. Like who in comedy is equivalent to having a #1 hit 20 years ago, but now can only do like the Soul Kitchen? It'd be like opening for Rehab.
In comedy?
You know what I mean?
So you're saying that Soulja Boy is to...
I'm trying to think. Well, I'm trying to think what's a comedy equivalent to those.
Someone that we open for.
Who?
Chris Kattan.
Oh my God.
Chris Kattan.
It's like being Chris Kattan's opener for a tour.
Dude,
damn, maybe that's bad.
That's who y'all start beef with.
Chris Kattan,
look,
we'd lose. He still has...
Yeah, there's no point, man. I've said my piece about Mr. Kattan.
Chris Kattan could fart in a mic, and that would probably get 1 million views.
Yeah.
Gets him a burrito.
If I farted into a mic, this podcast would still get...
I'm pretty sure you have farted into a mic before.
Probably have.
Yeah.
I probably have.
I mean, farts still hold up. That's a universal joke right there.
I don't think farts will ever not be something or get like the day farts get no reaction. Like we all just like it's nothing. Like someone came in a room and said hello.
Cavemen laughed at farts.
You know, I've never been a big fan of farts, but speaking of things that will never go away, I saw a thing where they were talking about how this generation or like this instance of people on Earth overshare so much because of the internet and like we just put all our business out on Facebook or like whatever social media. And someone's retort, which I agree with, was, well, we've always done that on like any medium that we have available. It's just that the internet is so, shareable and so out. Dude, like the cavemen back in I'm sure we're like, dude, I can't believe I took this amazing, huge shit last night. I'm gonna draw this shit on a cave wall, and like
it's only whoever was his friends that came over. They saw it. That's
just laughing. And that's what it was.
That was a Facebook post.
25 million years later, we were like, oh shit.
I used to do a bit that Joe Carlisle gave me a punchline to because I just had the setup and I was trying to explain it to him one day when we were painting cabinets. And he was like, "Oh, you should say this." I was like, "Oh, that," but it's cavemen. Like you know how like in the future, like no matter what invention comes about, someone in the olden days or someone from an older generation is always like, "Oh man, it's fucking y'all making it easier, you pussies or whatever." Blah, blah. And it's like I always wonder if like that was like that with like cavemen, where it's like, you know, like at first they were just throwing rocks at animals, and then someone threw a spear, and then it's like I wonder if like the day the wheel was invented, he's like, check this out. Someone was like, this dude thinks he has something better than the foot. That was Joe Carlisle's punchline. I could never get that joke to like work the way that I wanted it to, but I always loved the line he gave me, which was like, this dude thinks he has something better than the foot. It's a
He's
fun
just
line,
trying
right?
to make some money. It's a gimmick.
It's the original like generational skepticism.
Yeah, we're always going to look back on the previous or the next generation from our perspective being the previous generation. Like, oh, when we did it, we were smarter and more efficient and better. Y'all are just stupid with
also,
new technology. And it's like every generation thinks that.
It's so funny too, like we always use the caveman as some kind of example for, it's like, oh man, you know, when the first caveman invented or the first caveman, blah. And then it's like, I wonder if you took a time machine back then, it would take about 30 seconds for like, get me out of here, they're not inventing anything, they're pillaging, run.
No, like we do that a lot. Well, I'd say we, but I see it done a lot where people will be like, man, I don't understand why we do this in present time, because like back in the caveman days they didn't have to do that. It's like, fucking, they were cavemen. Like there was a bunch of shit they do that I will hope we don't have to deal
The
with.
Flintstones isn't a documentary.
What the hell? Like, no, I'm not like back in the Wild West they didn't have to. It was the Wild fucking West. You could kick in a door and just shoot people and leave.
Ugh.
I actually think that we evolved because we started cooking our meat. We evolved from cavemen because we started cooking. What's up, dude?
Hey.
Whoa,
No,
whoa, whoa.
down.
Hey.
Down.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Mojo.
Down.
What's up, Mojo?
No.
He wants to be the next guest on the podcast.
Oh yeah, we got a new carpet. We should take a picture of the carpet. We should take a picture of me and you in front of the carpet doing a thumbs up. Those are little things that we'll talk about for the podcast. I'm sorry you're part of this behind the scenes thing. We're reinventing the podcast. It's phase 2. It's 2.0. It's time to expand. It's time to grow. We got multiple camera angles. We got angers.
Yeah,
multiple
man.
camera angles.
We got to get somebody to do hair and makeup.
Yeah.
That's what we need next.
Then we're basically a morning talk show.
Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
Afternoon. Dude.
Morning talk show in the afternoon.
Let's have Philip outside.
Passing out hats.
Yeah.
And barking at
Holding onto your hat in the wind.
free show.
Yeah,
You have to stay for 2 hours.
There's one barricade with like 5 people behind it. Like, woo! It's like, we're out here with the people, dude.
We get all of the walking traffic in Midtown.
Yeah.
I think we might be a little too close to that corner right there.
No, by the cannon.
Yeah.
We should be doing something with the cannon.
The Canon.
Some advertising. Some guerrilla advertising.
Like a photo of us, like a photo of me and Ryan, like at the cannon. Like we should snap that one day.
HQ
Oh, yeah.
of Midtown Malfunction. We just spray paint it on there. I mean, they paint that thing all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm not part of the, like, I moved here later
We just
in
put
life.
2 green M's on it. Like, what is that? Just M.
You'll never know. Unless we release this episode, then there's hard evidence of what it is.
Oh yeah. Whoops.
But no, like, I was never part of the canon culture, I guess. Like, I moved to Mobile later in life. Like, I went to high school and all that kind of shit up the country, they say. But yeah, it was fascinating to see that they have like a war for Old Shell Road, the fucking cannon. What else are there battles for around here?
Well, the famous line, "Damn the torpedoes," that happened during a battle that was in Mobile Bay.
Oh, I was just talking about like high school sports
rivalries.
I mean, we can get into like real history. Like, that shit's dark, dude.
Don't forget Chickamauga.
What you know about Africa Town?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Dude, the battle for Old Shell
I
That's
love
a
that.
rivalry. It's a rivalry game, but they do it at the beginning of the year now so that kids aren't
Oh
riled
yeah,
up.
it's
You
not.
know, it's not like the last game of the season like it is in
Why?
dude. That's how it is in
Give
the
the world
movies.
some
You know?
give
It's
the
not-
world some energy.
What they call final form football. It's like end of the movie football.
They do it at the beginning so that the kids are like, you know, they're like all settled down. They don't do too much crazy shit.
They don't know each other
ridiculous.
yet. Like there aren't any like side stories. Like no one's girl got stolen from like this quarterback. Oh man, that's smart, but it sucks.
So much could happen in like 3 months in high school when you were like a kid.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like, so like you could have so many like.
That's a whole
beefs by
season of the show. Definitely.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, I think we just went to football games to get rowdy.
Oh, I was in
Remember?
band. I was a good kid.
I do remember.
Yeah, y'all were shitheads, if I recall
Yeah.
being told.
Oh yeah,
We did some awful things.
Y'all did drugs.
dude.
Worse than
Drugs are
that.
fun.
I found out
We
later.
threw
yeah.
bottles of piss at oncoming traffic.
Like the kids in The Wire, dude.
Multiple times.
No spoilers, but what?
I'd never even seen The Wire. That was just in my heart. To
Yeah,
do
y'all were the
that.
corner kids.
I
What the
just-
fuck?
I just
Y'all-
created that on my own.
That's just in your blood.
Yeah,
you just grow
yeah.
up and you just
I was
know
just
you
like,
want to do it.
I'm
One of y'all stole the ring.
Yeah, I wore a bracelet that said, "What would Steve-O do?"
What the fuck?
If there was a ring, we would have definitely stolen the orb of Sauron on accident.
Oh my god, y'all were the group of kids where it's like we see at the beginning of the movie in like the prologue or whatever that like an ancient evil was locked away for like 10,000 years. Then some like shithead teens like run into like the mansion or whatever and they're fucking around. That's y'all.
Oh, yeah.
It's like what's this book say?
I'm the first one to die.
Brr, brr. And now the evil's like unleashed.
I like look into the lady's eye in Big Fish, and they're like, "I was an old man." I was like, "I wasn't old at all." Die on the toilet.
Oh man.
No, man, I was a good kid. I don't know. I was one of those kids where like I was cool at school, but if you asked me to come over to your house or whatever after school, like it was almost like getting a job today where there's like an interview process that's like multi-step and like there's several people involved in the interview. Like my mom wants to talk to like everyone that is in your household and shit, and like by the end of that it's like, dude, fuck it, like no, you can't come over here because what the fuck.
Dude,
So yeah.
That's how my mom was at first, and then she realized that I was like not gonna comply. I think this was like
you just brute
this was like in
force.
6th grade. Dude, yeah. I think it was just to the point where we would like. I think she was just tired of like tracking me down.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Mama,
I mean,
I'm grown.
dude. Yeah. My mom tried to be like, who's at Paul's house? You know, how many people are gonna be there? It's like
You got the phone like this as you're making a GB.
not in middle school.
Oh yeah.
Cooking acid with
was
goggles
later.
on. Like, I'll
That was-
call you back, Mom.
It's in more like 9th grade.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, we're just over at Roberts.
Dude.
Kicking the soccer ball back and forth like kids do.
I remember that was basically like that spring break when we went to Austin's, and I'm pretty sure it was like all the parents were like, "Well, Austin's dad will be there, right?" And we're like, "Of course," and he was not there, and we just had a whole week in this fucking awesome beach house.
What the fuck?
And I had a bag of quarters. I can't look. I had no money for spring break, and I did not have a job at this point in my life. I think I got fired from my first job already. That was at Cafe 615. And so spring break, I told my dad, I was like, I'm going to the beach for the whole week of spring break. And he's like, okay. I was like, I need money. He's like, I don't have any money. And I was like, come on. So he gave
You're
me.
not going. Y'all are gonna be at Austin's house,
He
right?
gave me a Ziploc sandwich bag full of it was like $10 in quarters. And so for a week, every day I walked to a Waffle House. I haven't changed. And and I got a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit because back then they were like $1.20. And that's how I
Perfect.
survived all spring break.
Nice.
Dude, that spring break was crazy though. I think we Wasn't that when we knew that guy that would just give you a handful of
Ooh.
weed for like $30?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, the way that sentence unfolded, I was like, isn't that the summer where that guy would give you a hand? I was like, each word of that sentence.
You're sitting on every word.
What happened to the gang? No.
What for $30?
It's so funny. We're talking about. It's like, remember that spring break when we were 15? He was like 22 and already downtown, like living an adult life, and we're like, we're kind of like adults right now on our own with our bags of quarters.
We were idiots.
Like literally coming home from work, like turn back. No.
we were so dumb, and it's funny how you like when you're a kid, you think that you're an adult. You know.
Oh God, you wanted to be. You wanted to grow up.
Well, you're just convinced that you already are, like, up. You're already grown. Your parents don't know as much as they do.
You already
just assume.
You already found the one liquor store that'll sell you Marlboro Reds.
Oh, yeah.
You
have your plugs.
Was there a formative experience for y'all that kind of locked it into place, like how much you didn't know? Like how, like you're like living your like young adult life. Like, I was gonna say 100%. That like getting arrested was definitely one of them.
We got arrested on this street.
Getting sent to another school.
Oh yeah, shit. Y'all were still in school.
We were at Murphy and got arrested. He followed us all the way down to the corner of Monterey and Conti.
Oh, he was creeping on us. From the campus.
To be fair, we're a bunch of kids. Sorry, I gotta adjust.
Oh yeah.
To be fair,
we were like running on the roof and stuff before that.
It's 2 a.m. and we're in the parking lot of Murphy. He has every right to be like, "Hey, that's." And then we just like, dude, I'll never forget. I was tripping so hard, and I was like in a daze, like, ugh. And they were writing their names in the cement. And even in my daze, I looked up, and far down the street, I saw these lights coming, and I was like, "That's a cop." And I was like, "Guys, we gotta go. That's a cop." And then they were like, "That's not a cop." And I was like, "It's a cop." And then they're like, "That is a cop." So we walked and got in the car, and here was the worst look. We get in the car and we try to pull out, and right as we're pulling out of the parking lot, he's coming this way, and we're both just stopped. Basically, we take a left, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna follow y'all and see what y'all are doing." We were better off just staying there and letting him just being like, "I live around the corner." Like, we were better off just being out there, like, oh, we were just walking around. I literally live like 2 streets away from here, and he'd be like, "Well, y'all need to get home," instead of us getting in the car and trying to peel away.
We walked back to go get the car to be safe.
Wow.
Because we didn't want to get caught walking back when
that
we should have just walked back.
Because we had weed and alcohol in the car.
Oh my God.
We were on acid and we were 16, you know.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Not a damn thing. But also when we got into into the cell, we were like, "You can't test for acid." We were like,
y'all were
whispering to each other,
running off urban myths and shit. Like, "Oh, we read this on Irowid.org."
The funniest part was this Middle Eastern guy was sitting in there, and he just had a hoodie on, and then he was like, we were like, "Hey man," and he was like, we were like, "What are you in for?" And he was like, "No insurance." And we were like, "Damn, really?" And he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "What did y'all do?" And we're like,
"Oh my God,
we're on acid right now." He was like, "Oh." He was like
sick.
When he told us what he was in for, we were like, "You can go to jail for not having insurance?"
That should have been your awakening moment, like your real world. Like, you're like, "Oh shit!" Like. Dude, they'll arrest you over money? What the fuck?
Oh my God.
What reality am I living in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that shit sucked. And then Philip got bailed out first. And then me and Jordan got put in the orange jumpsuits and had to go to the back.
Damn.
And I'll never forget, this one dude like walked by, and he was like 6'9" and bald and huge. This white dude like covered in tats. And he like almost looked at us and like growled. Like, it just like, it felt like he didn't. But his presence, us being on acid, his presence felt like a growl.
Oh, I forgot y'all are tripping.
He vibrated at you.
Dude.
It's like he probably just walked by with no, like, he just didn't notice y'all or nothing.
We walked by, we were both looking up at him, like, and then Jordan leaned to me and he whispered, he's like, "I didn't even know we had motherfuckers that big in Mobile."
Dude, that's always my thing about, like, discussions about, I'll leave the ones about prison alone. Prison, I'm sure, is another world entirely. But when people are like, "Oh man, I can't go to jail. I'm not built for jail. I can't." No one is built for jail. Everyone in jail wants to go home. Everyone in there is like, I'm sure there's crazy people in there. Sure, there's a reason they're in jail. I'm sure there's a lot of people that's like just not wired correctly or whatever the fuck. But like, I don't know. For the most part, like no one's trying to hurt you, or like everyone there is
not on the scale that is possible in prison.
Yeah,
That's
like
for
if
sure.
you think that because you're in jail, someone is just gonna like walk up and shank you, like no, bro, like nobody knows you.
Because like if you
go to sleep,
if
like,
you
chill.
made it to prison,
Yeah,
that means
like-
the state has decided like you can't be on the sidewalk.
For a while,
Like-
like, we need to get you out of here
And
for
you're
a
going
minute.
to the place with the people who can't be on the sidewalk.
Yeah, and they will send you there over money crimes.
In jail, they're like, you
Absolutely.
can get out. You just need money. With money,
Yeah,
go
man.
back to the sidewalk. In
These-
prison, they're like, we don't give a fuck.
A lot of times, like both of the times that I went to jail, it was like, we're gonna keep you here long enough for you to sober up, and then after that, it's well, if you make the money, you're out of here. But yeah, and both of those times, it was pretty chill. It was annoying. I really hated the fact that like in the back of my mind, I was like, I haven't hit my vape in a very long time. I'm gonna start hungering for my vape, but as long as I keep my mind occupied, as long as I don't think about it, as long as nobody fucking talks about it, I feel like everybody felt the same way, because we all wanted our nicotine of some kind, right? I knew this. We were in jail together. The fuck? So this one kid, he was like a military kid. He got like super drunk on like it was like the Marine ball or something. Yeah, and he got arrested, and he was in big shit.
He was
But
shit faced.
there was a point like several hours in, we were all locked up together, and he just goes, "Man, I wish I could hit my vape right now." And it felt like everybody was like, "No, don't you fucking say it." Oh, like that might get you choked in jail. I'll say,
Dude, that's like the
that
game.
might get you fucking jumped.
It's like the game. If you think about the game, like
For
you
real.
lose the game.
Yeah.
Like, everybody is.
Congratulations,
everybody's
everybody, you just lost.
Dude, you know what's funny? Like, think back in the day, like individual cigarettes, you'd sneak those into prison. It's so much easier to sneak an individual cigarette into another. But now you get a vape and you go to hit it, you're like, ugh. It's just in someone's ass.
I didn't even
Get
want
a whole vape.
I didn't even want peach.
Yeah. Ooh. Ugh.
Peach out of someone's peach.
Oh my God. Don't go. Stay free, y'all. Don't stay out here.
Stay
Don't,
free.
don't get
Speaking
arrested.
of which, what would be y'all's Ziwatanejo?
My
you know?
what?
Your Ziwatanejo? Carson knows what I'm talking about. Where you would.
Shawshank.
Yeah.
Where would you, if you could
Oh.
escape, where's your destination after you escape?
Well, it can't be somewhere that I've heard of currently, because all the places that I've heard of, everyone knows about.
It'd be hilarious if it's known that cops go to say Wataneo and they're just like, he's right there.
Yeah.
There's a Shawshank that's like
There's
a,
extradition there.
Like I would need to
They
do some.
notoriously take prisoners.
it's
for
like
that.
well known that
Yeah.
escaped convicts are in say
Like, it
Wataneo
can't be-
because of that movie.
It can't be somewhere that I know about right now. Like I would have to do some research. Like I'm not smart enough.
You go out there and it's
No,
like
they would.
it's
They
like
would look
seals.
at your search history.
Exactly. I'd be like
You're
dumb
just gonna
enough to
give
be
up.
like, how do I get to?
It's like
such and
penguins in the
such?
Arctic. You go out there, it's just a bunch of grown men hugging out on the beach.
All right, you can't escape to the Arctic. You have to get permission to get to the Arctic.
No, I'm saying it's the beaches of Say Wataneo.
Oh, okay.
It's a bunch of elderly grown men hugging.
They're still there.
Escaped inmates.
Yeah.
Like penguins finding their lifelong
All
love.
of the gay lovers from.
Like you walk up and they're walking up at the same time, like just taking off
Yes.
his hat.
Rawshank Redemption.
Just waddling up because they have so much chafing from walking to Ziwatanejo.
Yeah, and the prison.
Well, no, he
and
took
the prison.
No, because first off,
I was just kidding.
Oh well, Tim Robbins had the Corvette, or he had the convertible,
Oh, yeah.
and then but Morgan Freeman took the bus.
Well, so
This
where
is
would
true.
y'all go to though?
Where would I go?
You just got to have an answer. Not a Google answer
Escape
that
from
the cops
prison.
would catch you with?
I would definitely attempt to go back to the motherland. I would choose a country somewhere in Africa, probably what was the one? Because I learned recently that a lot of the slaves that were transatlantically brought here came from a specific country,
like West Africa, right?
Yeah,
because that's where a lot of it happened, right?
Yeah, I'd probably be somewhere over there.
Yeah. Here, we can.
I'd probably go somewhere to
I can look
Canada.
up a country. I
You
can
mean
look up the
Canada?
countries.
Oh, and West Africa?
Well, yeah, I can look up stuff.
We'll see.
Let's just look up West Africa. We'll rattle off some countries.
Well, I'm aware that my ancestry or my like country of origin or whatever would be impossible to nail down just because of how much has happened. Like, there's a lot of buying and selling and all that kind of shit going on, so it'd be hard to like pin down like you are from here.
Yeah.
So I know that's not possible, but somewhere.
How much bullshit is it that everybody thinks that Africa is a country, but then Australia is a country and a continent?
Here's something that's crazy. Here's a crazy fact. I don't know specifics, but it's this concept that like Africa is a continent, by the way, full of countries, right? So like
Just to clarify for people,
2 countries in Africa that are next to each other, like the people like native to those countries have less in common with each other genetically than that one of those countries and like a Dutch area or something, like just because of the way things like happened as people like branched off or whatever. And it's like you like just off that concept, like you think that because Africa is like this one place that everything in Africa is like, no, like it's fucking weird. Like everything literally came from there and branched off. So like this person and this person are like 2 completely different.
Also, Africa's massive.
Yeah,
and people are like putting it down to like being England, and it's
because of the maps. It's because of the way like we grew up looking at maps where America's fucking huge over here, and everything else is like islands on Earth. Yeah,
but Africa's still massive on the map, so it doesn't make any sense.
But it's bigger than that. Is the thing?
I think it's because people don't even look at maps nowadays.
True.
Nobody looks at maps. Kids don't like study that.
I like clocks.
Yeah.
They don't look at clocks, dude. They read digital clocks. They don't know how to read analog clocks.
They don't know how to write
like
cursive.
Hands.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the decline in finger strength. Because like they don't like write, like they don't have handwriting, so like people's like
because they ain't in that pussy like that, like
wow.
we were.
See, like
they're too busy writing Chat GPT prompts. Dude.
You'll be able to do the.
They've been teaching kids that.
between our
ASMR,
between our use of the R3 toggle.
All right, we got some.
And a young lady after the Battle of Old Shell Road. I mean,
oh no!
It's Ghana.
What a way to end a
Ghana. That
or a Guinea. We've got Guinea, Ghana, Togo.
I've never heard of Togo actually.
I first learned
They
about
invented the
Togo
box.
in middle school when they went to the World Cup for the first time.
The Togo box.
Yeah.
Wow, I see what you've done. I love sports tournaments like that make you aware of places like March Madness right now. There's a lot of colleges that people are like, I never heard of this place. I hope they go all the way. And then I know there's a country that had a flag being carried at the end of the Super Bowl halftime show. And people were like, from that country were like, who's the guy that carried the flag of our country? Like, we want to find him and bring him out here. And people were in the comments of that post being like, I didn't even know this island was part of the Americas, like, or even existed, or where is this place? Like, and apparently it's beautiful, and people go scuba diving there.
What place is it?
Oh, what is it called? It started with a B.
Biharu?
No, Biharu music.
Biharu?
Biharu.
Wait, is this in the Caribbean or in Africa?
In the Caribbean. This is
Okay.
at the end
Like
of the
Bermuda?
halftime show with Bad Bunny. Like when all the people were running out carrying all the flags of the
Yeah.
countries in the Americas. This was one of them, and people were like,
I like how he said
I've
a
never-
place. I like he said a place I've never heard of, and you went Bermuda.
You never know.
like not only
Like you never heard of the shorts.
Like it's almost like remember the orb that makes you like duh, on SpongeBob.
Oh,
like
yeah, the
just
orb of
Bermuda
confusion.
itself makes you lost. Just
Yeah.
the name alone. Like I've never heard of Bermuda. It's like you have before. But
I think it's called Belair or something.
Belize.
No,
Wait, is this the Bonaire? This
Bonaire,
is where,
yeah.
I have a flag of Bonaire, and
that flag
dude,
is the,
yeah. And it's like I think it's like a hub for like embezzling money.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
dude.
sick. So that's why people aren't supposed to know about it.
Yeah.
So him having
it's a
that
part of
flag there kind of busted up the spot.
It's a municipality of the Netherlands. So,
Oh.
of course, the Netherlands, there's like Northern European countries, you can embezzle a lot of like money through them, and they do like offshore accounts. I'm sure this
Swiss
is part
bank
of it.
thing.
Yeah.
Very
it's like
Jay-Z.
you just move your money in a lot of different directions. And
Sounds like Epstein would go there because it sounds French for boner.
Where was Epstein
Bonaire.
Island? Dude, where? No, wow, I see what you've done
Boner.
again. But no. Like speaking of Epstein, where is that island?
it's in the Caribbean.
It's in the Magic
near,
Kingdom.
Yeah, like
It's near like is it St. Martin or something like that?
I don't.
Let's look at
I'm not in that tax bracket where I like know the names of these.
where's Epstein Island near?
Yeah, like is it allowed to give us the exact coordinates?
It's in the Virgin Islands.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it. Wow.
Little St. James in the Virgin
Wow.
Islands.
Of course it is.
Yep.
He knew what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And he was definitely not like secretive about it.
So
Wow.
again, speaking of Epstein, I just want to say shouts out to SNL. I didn't know they were shooting like that. I heard a bit of Weekend Update, and they said it was after the second round of emails dropped, and they were like, there was a excerpt in part of the Epstein emails where Epstein was quoted as saying that he was the only one that could take down Trump, like physically, like wrestling or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. It was weird, but they said like, and that's tough talk coming from a guy that lost to a bed sheet. And I was like, damn, I did not know
Damn.
SNL was shooting like that.
Damn.
Like, that's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, shouts out SNL.
Good for them.
They shooting over there.
Good for them. That show needs something.
But did you see that they got SNL UK?
Yeah, I did see that. I read a
Mhm.
little article. I think Vice or somebody did an article on that I read, or the New York Times.
My favorite thing from that night was I was on Threads and someone that posted it was actually like currently live at the time. Somebody said SNL UK used to be better.
That's
This was during the premiere of their first episode ever.
so funny.
Why would you do an SNL like Britain if like sketch comedy is not really on the uptick?
I don't know.
Money.
That and like just cable television. It's maybe the Brits are doing it better, like BBC.
BBC Two used to rule.
BBC puts out good stuff.
I'll watch it. I'll watch SNL UK and I will see how I feel about it. Because I agree with you.
I used to like
MTV
MTV Two more than MTV back in the day.
Oh yeah.
MTV Two used to rule.
But literally they had to make MTV2 because there was too much MTV. Like they had to make another channel. This
Yeah.
is like the opposite where it's like, hey, your first thing is dying. Why are you trying to diversify into
It's like they took all their best stuff and was like, well, we'll throw that on MTV Two so we have room for the new stuff. And it's like, well, I'm just gonna watch MTV Two then. So that's y'all's best programming.
that? And like there was programming that was like specific. Like once MTV2 like had its like, oh, this is like an alt audience. Like I guess they like saw that it had programming like that was like, no, this is on MTV2. Like this is an MTV2 show. Like, it was never on the first.
But then Rob Dyrdek ruined MTV.
All of MTV, like
he syndicated all of television.
There is
with his own show.
I mean,
there's a whole documentary about that, about how Rob Dyrdek like basically owned MTV through like some weird business thing.
He used all of his own production as well. I think that was he was able to have like so much rights.
I mean, besides reruns of other shows, the last massive show on Comedy Central was probably Tosh.0.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
He's still making stuff on that. He's made a killing off that show.
Yeah,
and it's still pretty funny.
But I feel like he did for like Comedy Central what Rob Dyrdek did for MTV. I'm not gonna say he ruined Comedy Central, but there was a time there where it felt like, because like when we were growing up, there was Comedy Central, Chappelle Show, Crank Yankers, Reno 911. I mean, there was so much amazing shit, show after show after show.
Then it just turned into The Onion, and they're just talking in front of a screen.
At the end, it felt like it was like the last like 15 years of Comedy Central has felt like Tosh.0 reruns, Workaholics reruns, and then now they're showing like The Office. And occasionally, every now and again, maybe around like midnight, you'll get an old half-hour Comedy Central special from somebody like Mike Birbiglia or something like that. But like,
that's on cable?
Yeah.
I have not watched cable in so long.
We don't have Comedy Central on here, but anytime it's like on somewhere like in public,
I will say this.
It's pretty much that.
I always hear the argument that MTV doesn't show music videos anymore, and if they just went back to showing music videos, everything would be better. Like the clocks would start going backwards.
I don't think that's true.
It's not true, because number one, if MTV started putting music videos back on MTV, you would not watch them. Number two, MTV does show music videos and you don't watch them. I know that because like my channel, my TV, and I'm sure your TV as well, everyone watching, has tons like 70s, 80s, 90s, like 2000s, 2010s, soul, funk, rock, like all of these shit. That's just like videos 24/7 and you don't watch them. Nope. So,
but hopefully you watch this episode of Midtown Malfunction. My name's Carson Taylor.
I'm Ryan D. Adams.
And give it up once again for our new producer, Philip.
Give it up for these guys. What are you talking about? I'm just here. I'm just here having fun.
We got 4 camera angles now. We got technically 5. He's got 3 laptops over here. We're going to get a cat cam.
There's lights, bro.
Right, we have lights.
We're not dependent on the sun no more.
And 2 things coming up on our schedules. Oh, yeah, we need to do that thing where we got anything coming up promoting.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'll run mine real quick. April 1st, you can catch me opening for Cliff Cash at the Crescent Theater. April 4th, me and him will both be at the La Sala Event Center in Crestview or Niceville, Florida. It's one of the two. They're very close to each other.
Toxic masculinity.
Boom. We're opening for a guy who's been on Netflix, all that good stuff, Comedy Central, things like that. I can't think of his name at the moment. Also, April 17th, my special will drop on YouTube. So make sure you go to Carson Taylor Comedy, this page, this channel, and follow.
I don't know if
subscribe.
I don't know if this is going to be out by Friday. Probably not. But I'm going to be at Flava's Friday.
Going to be at Flava's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And May 31st, we have a live podcast that we're going to pull out of our asses.
This very podcast.
We're planning it. We're going to do it live at the Crescent Theater May 31st. Those tickets will be on sale probably in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And make sure you snag one of those. We're going to make it a $10 show. Come hang out. We're going to have things that you can't even imagine. You can probably imagine. But they're all going to be stuffed together. There's a bunch of things you can't imagine stuffed together.
I hope that it's not going to be something so horrible that you can't imagine it. I hope that it's going to be within the realm of imagination.
We'll see what happens, guys.
Peace.
Fuck Morris Day.